Out, you're gonna check the brakes are aligned, not cut, not gouges now. Bubbles not leaking is number one. Number two is the air governor. Make sure your air governor also not cracked, not broken, not leaking, the hose is coming into it. And make sure you say cut in at 100 psi, cut off at 125 psi. The air compressor in the back, make sure it's tied to the engine, also not cracked or broken, not leaking, the hose is coming into it. And make sure you say it's a gear driven air compressor. Gear driven air compressor. Okay. From the air compressor come up to the power steering reservoir. Okay, make sure it's a proper operating level. Okay, you're gonna measure this like you do with the oil in your car. Okay, put it out, clean it, put it back in, put it back out, and check it. If you need to add, you need to add here. From there, follow the hose to the power steering pump in the back right here, in the bottom right here. Not cracked or broken, not leaking, and it's a gear-driven power steering pump too. From there, come up to the steering column right here. Make sure it's not bent. Your steering knuckle, make sure there's nothing obstructing the U-joint there. Make sure it's a where it is. The steering box tied to the frame. Okay, also not cracked or broken. Not leaking, the hose is coming into it. Okay, and not missing any nuts. The Pitman arm, not bent, not broken, not missing any nuts. The casting nut is tight and the cotter pin is there. The drag link, same thing, not bent, casting nut is tight and has a cotter pin on it right here. And the last thing you're gonna check, number 11, will be tie rack. The tie rack, make sure it's not bent, not broken. Casting nut is tight and has a cotter pin on it. Okay? So you check 1, air line, you check 2, air governor, you check 3, air compressor, you check 4, power steering reservoir, you check 5, power steering pump, check 6, steering column, 7, the knuckle, 8, steering box, 9, Pitman arm, 10, drag link, and 11, Pitman arm. Okay? I mean the tie rod. Okay, now after you check those 11 parts, we're gonna repeat exactly the same thing that we got in the other side. Okay, so repeating this, we're gonna check. Okay, the frame. You got the frame in the other side too. Make sure it's not bent, not broken, not illegal weld on it. Make sure all holes manufacturer's holes. From the frame, come up to the hangers, spring hangers front and rear. From and rear. Make sure you spin hanger from the rear. They not bent, not broken, not illegal weld on it, not missing any nuts. Your leaf springs, make sure they not cracked, not broken, they don't shifted and don't loose. Your U-bolts, make sure they not loose and not shear from the bottom. U-bolts. Okay? Check your shock absorbers. Make sure your shock absorbers also not cracked. Shock absorbers tied to the frame, not missing any nuts, and not leaking. That's the 3 things you have to check. Tied to the frame, not missing any nuts, and not leaking. Okay? So from the shock, come up to the brakes air line. Checking your brakes air line, not cut, not gouges, not bubbles, not leaking. Check your brake chamber. Your brake chamber, not bent or broken, not leaking, and make sure it's tight. You slack adjuster and push rod, slack adjuster, push rod. Make sure it's not cracked, also not broken, and don't play more than 1 inch on the pull. No more than 1 inch on the pull. Okay? Inside the lining of brake shoes, not less than 1/4 inch thick, not bent or grease on it. You're gonna check the drum in and out, same thing, not bent, not broken, not illegal weld on it. You're gonna check the rim in and out. Not bent, not broken, not illegal weld on it. You're checking the tires in and out. You got no cut, no bubble. At least 100 pounds of air pressure. Front tire 432, major group, 232 in the back. 432 front, 232 in the back. Never ever recap tire in front, never. Yes, you can use recap tire in the back, okay? Your lug nuts, not rust or shiny spot indicating looseness if it not tied with a wrench. Your hub oil. You got a hub oil here in front. You got a hub oil way back in the trailer. The tires in the back, okay? And you got an axle in the middle. Hub oil also not cracked, not broken, not leaking, not missing any nuts. And the last thing you're gonna check is your valve stem, not bent, not broken, okay? Not leaking, and has a cap on it. Not like this one. I don't think this one has a cap. So now we're gonna check the 5 different parts we got in the other side, and then we're gonna repeat what we all the way down, all the way out. That's the best way to do it. Remember, what I don't check, you don't have to check it. Don't worry about it, okay? Even if I forgot something. Okay, now we're gonna check from the top to the bottom. We're checking the hoses. Now we got the hoses on the other side too. That gauges, that bubbles, not leaking. Checking the clamps, they not loose and not missing any. All of them, okay? All the clamps you see. Hoses. Okay. Now, starting from the water tank. Make sure your water tank is a proper operating level. Make sure you don't have any leak, any holes, any leak. The hoses also doesn't have any holes, any leak. And you never open this thing when it's hot. Never, ever. Okay? From there, come down to the exhaust. Exhaust, make sure you don't have any holes, any leak. Make sure it's tight. Okay? From the exhaust, number 3 will be the oil. Right here. The oil at proper operating level, you put it out, you clean it, put it back in, put it back out and check it, and put it back in. If you need to add, you need to add a gallon right here. A gallon. Okay? A gallon right here. After the oil, come up the alternator, number 4. The alternator, make sure it's tight. Make sure the wiring is not frayed. Make sure the belt not frayed. Okay, the belt is not frayed, not broken, and don't play more than 3/4 of an inch on the pool. Okay? And then the last thing you're gonna check before you're gonna check the same thing we check in the other side, it is your water pump right here. This is the water pump, come down here. Make sure your water pump is also not cracked, not broken, and not leaking. And make sure you say this also is the gear driven water pump, okay? Water pump. All right, again, I'm gonna repeat those 5 parts again. Okay, checking your water tank. Make sure it's a proper operating level. You never open this thing when it's hot. Make sure you don't have any holes, any leak on the tank, and also on the hose, no leak. Okay? From there, come on down to the exhaust. Make sure you don't have any holes, any leak too. Make sure it's tight. From there, number 3 part is the oil. Make sure it's proper operating level. Put it out, clean it, put it back in, put it back out, and check it. If you need to add, a gallon right here, not a quart, but a gallon. Check the alternator. Make sure your alternator's tight. The wiring coming into not frayed. Okay? The belts. Make sure your belt there's not frayed, not broken belt. Don't play more than 3/4 of an inch on the pool. Okay? And then the last thing you're gonna check, number 5, is the water pump. Make sure it's not cracked, not broken, not leaking, and make sure you say it's a gear-driven water pump. Okay? Okay. Now we're gonna repeat exactly the same that we repeat in the other side, which is the frame. You got the frame in the other side. You got everything the same in this side. Okay, that you have to check. The frame, not bent, not broken, not illegal, well done. It's all holes, manufactured holes. You're gonna check from there. Check the hangers, spring hangers front and rear. Okay, make sure they not bent, not broken, not missing any nuts. The leaf springs, make sure they not cracked, not broken, they not shifted and not loose. Your U-balls, make sure your U-balls not loose and not shear from the bottom. Your shock absorber, make sure your shock absorber right here, not missing any nuts, tied to the frame and not leaking. Okay? We're checking the air line to the brake chamber. Not then, not gauges, not bubbled, not leaking. Check the brake chamber, not then bent or broken, not leaking. Make sure it's tight. You slack adjuster and push rod. Okay, you slack adjuster and push rod. Make sure it's not cracked, not broken. And make sure don't play more than 1 inch on the pool. No more than 1 inch on the pool. Okay? Inside the lining of race shoes, okay? Not less than 1/4 of an inch thick, not dull or the grease on it. The drum in and out, not bent, not broken, not illegal weld on it. The rim in and out, not bent, not broken, not illegal weld on it. Your tires, in and out, you got no cut, no bubbles, at least 100 pounds of air pressure, tie with a, measure with a air gauge, okay? 432 major groove, 432 major groove front, 232 in the back. Never ever recap tires, okay? That little line in the middle right there, that's 432. When this thing comes down right there, you have to change it, okay? So, again, 432, 232 in the back. Your lat nut, not also shiny spot indicating looseness if you that tight with the wrench. Your hub oil, make sure your hub oil not cracked, not broken, not leaking, and has a cap on it, okay? And the last thing you're gonna check will be your valve stem, not bent, no broken, not leaking, and has a cap on it, okay? All right, guys, any questions?
The slack adjuster.
To finish there, then you gotta go to check the fit wheel, and then you gotta go to do the in cap, okay? Close it there, please. From here to the second axle, okay? So checking the mirror bracket, the first thing we're gonna do, checking the mirror bracket, make sure it's tight, not missing any nuts. The mirror itself clean, not cracked, not broken, okay?
And what part is this we're doing?
This is the part B,
Part B.
okay? The door and up. Checking the door, make sure open and close properly, okay? Check the windows, open down properly too. Open down properly. Check the seal around the door, make sure it's good. And
part
check
is
the
part B on
hinges,
this
make
thing?
sure your hinges on the door, they're not
Which
broken
one is
hinges.
part B on this thing?
Okay? Check the handle on the door to go up, make sure it's tight, not missing any nuts, okay? You're gonna check the steps, okay? Check the steps. Make sure your steps not bent, not broken, doesn't have any grease on it that you can fell down. And then you're gonna check the fuel tank. I see no leak, smell no leak. I'm gonna make sure my cap is tight. This is the only thing you do. You don't open this thing. My cap is tight. It has a rubber seal inside and has a chain on it. Okay? Rubber seal inside and has a chain on it. You check the both stand trap. Make sure they tight, not missing any nuts. And make sure between the tank, between the fuel tank and the tank trap, there's a rubber seal right there. That natural router, so metal don't touch metal and don't make it hot, okay? Okay, that's the fuel tank. I see no leak, smell no leak. I'm gonna make sure my cap is tight. Has a rubber seal inside and has a chain on it, okay? Check my tank bolts, my tank trap, not missing any nuts, they tight. And make sure you tell the examiner there's a rubber seal between the tank trap and the tank, so metal don't touch metal. Okay? Come on. Síganme lo bueno. Okay. Okay. So we're gonna check this handle, check the light right there. Make sure it's clean, not cracked, not broken, amber in color. Check this handle right here. Come up to check the light service to the trailer. Make sure it's tight, not missing any nuts, okay? You're gonna check the air electric to the tractor, make sure it's tight. You're gonna check the air lines, okay? Both service and emergency. Make sure you don't have no cut, no bubble, no leak, okay? Make sure it's tight, no leak, okay? So, check the steps. Make sure your step, you don't have any grease that you can cut down. Excuse me, you don't check the battery anymore. Check the frame. Make sure your frame not bent, not broken. Not illegal weld on it. Okay? Check your catwalk. Make sure it's not bent, not broken, not missing any knots, okay? Next thing you're gonna check will be the dry shaft or transmission bar, right here. The dry shaft or transmission bar. Make sure it's not bent, not broken, and nothing obstructing the U-joint there. Nothing obstructing the U-joint there, okay? We already checked the tires in front. So everything you check on the tire from now on is just about the same. Every tire, or every pair of tire has the air line right here, the air line, okay? Not cut, not gouges, not bubbles, not leaking. The brake chamber, okay? Also not cut, not gouges, not bubbles, not leaking. And in the back, you don't see it, you got the slack adjusted and push rod, same thing. Not cracked, not broken, and don't play more than 1 inch on the pool. It's exactly the same, okay? Check the front tires, exactly the same. The only difference here is 232. No mismatched tires, they have to be the same side of tires, okay? No mismatched tires. Okay, so inside the lining of brake shoes, not less than 1/4 of an inch thick, not there a lot of grease on it. Okay, the drum on the top, not bent or broken, not illegal wood on it. The rim in and out, also not bent, not broken, not illegal wood on it. You come up this way, up, down. Okay? You check the hanger, I forgot to check the hangers right here. Make sure your hangers, not cracked, not, excuse me, I'm sorry. Spring hangers, front and rear, you got the same thing, the spring hanger in front, a little bit different. Also not bent, not broken, not illegal weld on it, not missing any nuts. Your lead spring, they not cracked, not broken, they not shifted and not loose. Your U-bolts, the same thing, okay? Same thing, not loose and not shear from the bottom, okay? Not loose and not shear from the bottom. Okay, your shack is over there. Make sure your shack is not bent, tied to the frame, not missing any nut, and not leaking. The same thing you check in front when you're checking your shack, okay? Inside already, we check the lining, the brake shoes, okay? We check the drum, we check the rim in and out, not bent, not broken, not leaking, weld on it. We check the tires in and out. You're no cut, no bubbles, no leak, okay? 232 in the back, maybe with the air gauge, okay? Can be recap, you can use recap tire. No mismatched tires, they have to be the same side of tires, okay? No debris between the tires, okay? No debris between the tires, okay? And at least 3-inch separation. 3-inch separation at least, okay? So, checking the axle right here. You got a hub oil, you got an axle in the middle, you got a hub oil in the back. Axle, make sure your axle not cracked, not broken, not leaking, not missing any nuts. Lat nut, not rusted, shiny spot indicating looseness if you're that tight with the range. And make sure you're checking the hub, your valve stem, not bent, not broken, not leaking, and has a cap on it, okay? This is, you checking both, so you don't have to do one and one. You tell the examiner I'm checking both, okay? Now I'm checking these airbags, technically air bellow, airbag, technically air bellow. Make sure you airbag, not cut, not gouges, not bubbles, and the main one is not leaking. There's air going on there. Check your air bellow mount. Make sure that the nuts they not loose, not missing any. Both you got two, okay? Right there. Now you got the more flat right here. It's all the way up. The more flat is okay. All the way up, not missing any nuts, okay? So when you check this one in there, you tell the examiner you're checking everything. You're checking both, okay? Now, finishing here, you tell the examiner that you need a good space, if you remember. Good space between the landing gear and the more flat, so when you're turning, the landing gear don't hit the more flat, okay? Now we're gonna do a mount authority thing, which will be the feed wheel. You're gonna check the feed wheel. Okay, I want you to everybody bend down so you can see it.
All right.
And the feed wheel, you're gonna check the air lines. The air line right there, make sure it's not cut, not gouges, not bubbles. Main wall is not leaking, okay? From the airline, you check the apron plate. This is the apron plate. This big square from here to the other side. Make sure it's not bent, not broken, not illegal weld on it. Check the handle right here. Make sure your handle is not broken and make sure it's locked in place. Check the fit wheel itself. Make sure it's not cracked, not broken. Make sure the pin also not cracked or broken. Make sure you say that the fit wheel should be well greased. And make sure also you say that there cannot be any space between the fit wheel and the apron plate. No space at all. There cannot be any space. Now, checking the platform, not bent or broken, not illegal word on it. This is square from here to the other side. Okay. Check the lug nut, mounting bolts, make sure they not loose and not missing any, here and in the other side. The last thing you're gonna check is it's right in the middle, the trailer pin, kingpin, make sure it's not bent, not broken, doesn't have any legal weld on it. Make sure you say your locking yoke is also not broken, okay? And make sure holding the shank around the pin, holding the kingpin good, okay? And the only way you're gonna find out, make sure that's the only way you're gonna
This is
find out.
the key pin in the left.
All right, let's do it again. Okay, we checking the airline. Make sure it's not cut, not cut.
So she's doing it again. It's the same thing.
Come on, checking the apron plate. Your apron plate not bent, not broken, not illegal